Hello, my friends. For today, we are starting off with the Tarot of the Orishas. It's very similar to a standard tarot deck, but it is slightly different. And I find it has a somewhat harsher voice, so to speak. I think all my decks have their own voice. That's how I think of it, describe it. But I thought, I don't know, I just felt called to start with this deck to start off with, who are you? So we have the Six of Water, which is coming together, rejoicing, friendship, and the Ace of Air, which is messages. So I think we have, well, there's an undertaking, but peaceful messages, possibly victory in love or spiritual triumph, high artistic values, inspiration. So both of these came out in the upright, so it seems like lots of good news having to do with someone, a friend, or something in the past, people you've known in the past. In that regard, it's similar to the Six of Cups. Okay. But this, I don't know, this really says message to me, but obviously this looks like a dove of peace. All right, let's look at the tea leaf cards, which are here to help you determine whether or not this is your reading. And we have funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. You did get 7 today, so maybe that's what's been going on for a while. I don't know. Then we have bow, you're highly thought of, and lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. It looks like your reputation is dependent on controlling your temper right now. Or maybe it has had a big impact on how others see you. Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. And fan, romance, celebration, or party, perhaps in connection with this. And finally, ear, good news, but danger, especially in money matters. So this and this seem to go together. This message of peace or triumph of some sort. However, the money matters is kind of an issue. But why are you here? What brings you to this reading? Let me see if I have a tarot deck that seems especially suited to you. I'm not sure that I do, honestly. Well, let me try this one. That's not the one I thought it was. Okay. These are very small cards. I haven't used them often partly because they have words on them, and partly because their voices, I wouldn't say harsh, but it's not something I'm entirely comfortable with. It just doesn't seem compatible with me, but this is your reading, not mine. So we have 3 of Swords, mourning, loss, grief, a need to work through all of the emotions, no matter how unpleasant they are, to experience true healing. 5 of Cups. Oh, sorry, coins. I misread that. 5 of Coins, being left out in the cold. This is the scarcity mindset, lack mentality. It is in the upright, unfortunately. And it makes sense, this, if there's this deep emotional loss, sorrow, grief, mourning, and feeling left out in the cold, you're definitely feeling a sense of loss. Something or someone left your life that you value very much, and left a hole that you had to fill. And that is healing. Two of Wands in reverse. So analysis paralysis, unable to make a decision, and yet we also have walking away. Perhaps it's a situation that you felt you couldn't make a decision on, so you chose to leave, which is a decision, of course, but now we have Three of Wands. So in the upright, it's about seeing possibilities, creative potential, feeling a spark and inspiration, but in reverse, not seeing any possibilities at all. Very discouraged. So this is Eight of Cups, is a walking way out of discouragement, I think. Not out of inspiration or happiness. And now we have Judgment, heeding the call to become fully yourself. And Three of Cups, under the influence. Oh no. Ah yes, Three of Cups. Yeah, I do see this as perhaps toxic friends, perhaps toxic influences, social gatherings with people who are reinforcing your worst traits. And of course, a need to deal with tendencies to overindulge. It looks like a desire to numb the senses, to avoid the pain, to avoid dealing with what's really going on. Now we have Four of Cups. So in the upright, the Four of Cups is about not seeing the possibilities, not seeing the potentials, kind of feeling sorry for yourself, just really wallowing instead of trying to make the most of things, make the best of things. So also a lack of gratitude. There is something there that's worth having, worth striving for, but a refusal to see it. You'd rather indulge in self-pity. Now, in reverse, which is what you have, perhaps, I want to get some more cards first, because this line is not compatible with this. And it may be that there's been a change. So we have the uncertain Page of Swords. The Page of Swords should be a student, a willing student, eager student, absorbing information like a sponge. But this is a somewhat timid student. So someone who is thinking about doing things differently, wanting to open their heart up. Wow, okay, so there has been a change. Well, I've never seen the Nine of Wands described this way, but this may be good. A test of faith. Choose your battles. Nine of Wands, this is the wounded, weary soldier, fighter, survivor. Perhaps it simply boils down to, are you ready to thrive? Are you ready to stop being a survivor and be someone who thrives? I don't think it's that warm, but I am so hot right now. Problem with getting a fan, of course, is that these cards would go flying. Two of Cups. And yet, there's a lot of uncertainty here. There is the potential. I see it as two people looking at the potential. Neither one being sure about what they want to do about this. It's kind of scary. Nothing is certain. It will require a great deal of work by both. Now we have Seven of Cups. Now the Seven of Cups is all about lots of possibilities, many choices, which cause confusion, some of them being illusions. And next to it we have the Ten of Swords, the final chapter. This is a painful ending. It is one of the possible outcomes. And it is the one that everyone fears the most, because it hurts the most. And it will dump you, perhaps both of you, right back in the Three of Swords. So, what else? Five of Wands, lots of struggle. Many differences, personality clashes. Now we have the King of Cups. Emotional immaturity. Somebody is not really in control of their emotions, which also lines up with the tea leaf card about needing to control your temper. The King of Cups, sorry, in reverse, is somebody who is not good at emotional regulation. If you're not good at emotional regulation, you can't work things out with somebody else in a healthy, constructive way, because you will lose your temper. Next to it, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Perhaps there's been a recognition that things have to be different and that a lot of work has to be done. Overcoming emotional dysregulation is something that takes practice. And this Eight of Pentacles is the grind card, putting in the work. It's tedious, it's boring, it's repetitive, and it seems like it will last forever. It will never be finished, but someday it will. It is something that must be done over and over and over to achieve success. Now, with the Hangman in the uncertainty position, there's issues of needing a new perspective as well as being willing to sacrifice perhaps your old way of being. There's also a need for surrender. Surrender in the sense of letting go of control. Letting go of your old patterns. And it is a lot to ask. Okay, really not sure where this reading is going. I suppose the question now is what's next? I feel like this part has been about, I mean, yes, why are you here, but also the past, about maybe this is where you are now. Natural healing power. And be like your spirit guide. I think you are being called to a more spiritual way of life, and that may be very challenging in many regards if it's not something that is been an acceptable part of your lifestyle, your friendships, your community. But it may be that you have some ability there. Since we have natural healing power, also we all have the ability to heal ourselves. I want to take a look at this one. The most interesting thing here is that I have not looked at many of these cards. And this one, Be Like Your Spirit Guide, is one I have looked at. Or actually, I'm not sure I looked at it so much as I just found it in the book one day. So I was just flipping through it. And I thought, be like your spirit guide. What the heck does that mean? This world can be full of judgment and jealousy, and it is easy to get dragged into problems that are not your own. Okay, Ten of Wands. Remember that you have a true friend in the spirit world who only wants the best for you and who will guide you away from such negativities if you allow them to do so. When you are between a rock and a hard place, do what your guide would do and lead by example. Your guide is showing you that you can rise above petty things and bring more spiritual action to the situation. You are bigger than this. Honestly, I think that would be a better message. You are bigger than this. Whatever the situation that is going on, you are bigger than it. You can be more. You are more. And you can heal. And that may be the message that you really need. Take care. Till next time.